Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome to another Bannerlord video. I hope you have a nice, happy Sunday. And in today's video, we'll be talking about intelligence skills, which is steward or stewardship, medicine, and engineering. But before we get started, I just want to remind that if we can get to 575 subscribers by Christmas, we'll be doing $25 gift card giveaway. And this is pre-recorded. So if you want to see any type of content, do let me know down in the comments. I want to see and know what you guys obviously want to know and see. And I do have my Discord link and the streaming link down in the description. So do join them. Go ahead, check them out. Let's grow the channel on Kick and on Discord as well. And I do have channel membership. So if you want to help support the channel, please go ahead and join it. It's only 99 cents. But with all that said, let's get into the video. I personally don't usually take stewardship, medicine, or engineering. Well, I do take a little bit of medicine and engineering if I have a bit of hard time getting engineer. But stewardship, if I do campaign, I usually have my brother, or I usually get decently lucky and get a steward pretty quickly. Medicine, I usually take a little bit just for the first perk. After that, medic, if I don't have luck, I usually take it. Same with engineering. But let's start with steward. So, steward increases your party size. How much it increases depends on a level or the amount. So, at 6 steward, I only get 1.5. Now, my brother, who is 125, he increases by 31. So, he gets 30 extra troops versus myself. So, at level 25, you get frugal, which is minus 5% wages in your party and minus 15% recruitment cost. Or Warrior's Diet, which is minus 10% food consumption in your party and no morale penalty from having a single type of food. Personally, take frugal, paying less wages and having paid less for recruitment is massive. And it only gets better. That's minus 5% wages. It gets better the more troops you have. Now at 50, you have Drill Sergeant, which is plus 2% daily experience to all troops in your party. And for governor, it is minus 5% garrison wages in governed settlements. Or you have 7 veterans, which is plus 4 daily experience for tier 4 plus troops in your party, and plus 1 militia in governed settlements. Personally, governor take 7 veterans because you get militia and they don't cost anything, you don't pay them wages, they don't need food. But for yourself, take drill sergeant because you get your troops to get to higher level a little bit faster versus just waiting to their tier 4 plus. Now at 75, you get stiff upper lip, which is minus 10% food consumption in your party while you're part of the army. And for governor, which is minus 20% garrison wages in governed settlements. Or you have sweatshop, which is plus 20% production rate for own workshops and plus 20 siege engine build rate in your party. If you have workshops, take sweatshop, otherwise take stiff upper lip because, well, if you do have army, it's not bad. Otherwise, it's governor do take stiffly because you usually have castles and they don't pay as much. So if you have to spend less money on castles, it is good. Now at 100, you have efficient campaigning, which is plus 1 extra food for each food taken during the village raids for your party, and minus 25% troop wages in your party while you're part of the army. Or you have paid in promise, which is minus 25% companion wages and recruitment fees. And discarded armors can be donated to troops for increased experience. Take pain on promise, because once you have a good amount of money and you want to level up your troops, or you want to level up your troops, I should say, so they're no longer tier 1, tier 2, so they're higher tiers, you'll be able to discard armor and get some experience. Now at 125, you have Giving Hand. Discarded weapons are donated to troops for increased experience. And for governor, plus 10% tariff income in governed settlements. Where you have Logistician, which is plus 4 party morale when number of mounts is greater than number of foot troops in your party, and Governor is 10% tax income. Governor, either of those fine. Usually tax, I think tariff is better, but for yourself, Giving Hands, or for Quartermaster, Giving Hands is better. Just same with the armor, but for weapons. Now A Corps, which is 150, with the troops in your party are no longer paid wages, and Governor, it is plus 20% hard growth and villages bound to governed settlements. Or relocation. Plus 25% influence gained from donating troops. For governor, it is plus 20 effect from boosting projects in government settlements. For yourself, take A Corps so you don't have to pay wages to wounded troops. And for governor, I like to get Heart of Groves just so my villagers get a little bit more money. But you can also take for governor relocation. Now at 175 you have Gourmet, which is double the morale bonus from having diverse food in your party and minus 10% food consumption during sieges and governed settlements. And at 175, or you have also Sound Reserve, which is minus 10% troop upgrade cost and minus 10% food consumption during sieges in your party. Personally, I take Gourmet, but Sun Reserve is not bad. If you have to upgrade your troops a lot, since you're losing them or stuff, Sun Reserve is not bad. But Gourmet allows me to have higher morale more consistently. Now at 200 you have Contractors, which is minus 25% wages and upgrade cost of mercenary troops in your party, and plus 10 town projects effect in governed settlements. Or you have Forced Labor, which is prisoners in your party provide carry capacity as if they're standard troops, and plus 1 construction speed per every 3 prisoner. Forced Labor is better because if you take a lot of prisoners, they can carry more stuff for you, and for governor as well. If you have a castle or a town, just dump a bunch of prisoners and you get faster construction, so you can upgrade your stuff better. Now at 225 you have Arenical Horses, which is plus 10 carry capacity for troops in your party and minus 20 trade penalty for trading mounts. Or you have Arenical Mules, which is plus 20 carry capacity for pack animals in your party and minus 20% trade penalty for trading pack animals. Usually I take troops capacity for Arenical Horses because letting stages I just get rid of some of the horses, sometimes of that being mules. Excuse me. Now at 250 you have Master of Planning, which is minus 40% food consumption while your party is in a siege camp, and for governor is plus 20% effectiveness to continuous projects and governed settlements. Or you have Master of Warcraft, minus 25% troop wages while your party is in a siege camp, and minus 5% food consumption of town population governed settlements. For governor, I take Master Planning because once they're done getting projects, or if I don't want them to upgrade certain stuff, I just put them in continuous project and they get better. But for myself, I would take Master Warcraft just because in the later stages I end up sieging a lot and having to pay less wages is not bad. And at 275 you have Price of Loyalty, which is minus 0.5% to food consumption, wages, and combat related morales for each steward point above 200 in your party. And for governor, it is plus 0.5 tax income for each skill point above 200 in governed settlements. So you can upgrade your stewardship by, if you have a governor, just put them in the government, and as they build projects and improve the settlement prosperity, they get some of that XP. But for your party, just having a bunch of different food variety is best. So you want to have that. So you have grain, butter, fish, meat, grapes, date fruit, olives, cheese, and beer. If you have all those 9, 5 focus points and more attribute points and intellect, you'll be able to get your stewardship faster, or for your steward, or aka quartermaster. Now, medicine. The way to upgrade medicine is by having wounded troops and sometimes, primarily wounded troops and yourself. I usually take the first point, and as you can see, I take preventive medicine. But preventative medicine gives you plus 5 hit points and plus 30% recovery of lost hit points hit points after each battle, or self-medication, which is plus 30% healing rate and plus 2 combat movement speed. I take preventive medicine. 5 hit points is not bad, but being able to recover 30% of my lost HP after each battle is huge. So if I get knocked down after that battle, I have 30% so I can fight again. At 50 you have Triage Tent, which is plus 30% healing rate when stationary campaign map and minus 5% food consumption for besieged governed settlements. We have Walk It Off, which is plus 15% healing rate when moving campaign map and plus 10% hit points, or plus 10 hit points recovery after each offensive battle. For Surgeon, I take Walk It Off because I like to move on the map, so it helps. For Governor, Triage Tent, since it's the only one. Now at 75, you have Doctor's Oath. Medicine skill also applies to enemy casualty, increasing potential prisoners, and plus 5 hit points. Or you can have sledges, minus 50% party speed penalty from wounded, and plus 15 hit points to your 2 mounts in your party. I take Doctor's Oath. Well, it allows me to get more prisoners, get more money. At 100, you have best medicine. Also, sorry, Doctor's Oath can backfire because it will, in the sieges, if the enemy retreats, they will have a lot of wounded instead of dead, so they can continue to siege. So that is the bad side of Doctor's Oath. But at 100, you have best medicine, which is plus 15 healing rate while party morale is above 70, and plus 1 relationship per day with a random notable over the age of 50 when party is in town. Or good lodging, plus 20 healing rate while resting in a settlement, and plus 1 relationship per day with a random notable over age of 50 when party is in town. I take best medicine because I usually have over 70 morale, so I get more healing. Excuse me. At 125, you have Siege Medic, which is plus 50% chance of troops getting wounded instead of getting killed during siege bombardment, and plus 30% chance to recover from lethal wound in siege battles. We have Veterinarian, which is plus 30% daily chance to recover lame horse, and plus 50% chance to recover mounts with the cavalry troops in battles. I take Siege Medic is better for myself, at least. Now at 150, I have Bush Doctor, which is plus 20% hard growth in villages bound to governed settlements, and plus 20% party healing rate while waiting in villages. We have Pristine Streets, which is plus 1 settlement prosperity every day in governed settlements, and plus 20 party healing rate while waiting towns. Waiting towns is usually better for healing, so I usually take Pristine Streets, and for governor, also take the same because more prosperity, more money, much more better stuff. At 175, you have Health Advice, which is chance of recovery from death due to old age for every clan. It increases that. And wounded troops do not decrease party morale. Or you have Perfect Health, plus 5% recovery rate for each food type in your party inventory, and plus 10% animal production rate in villages bound to governed settlements. Governor, take that. But for myself, for clan leader, I take this just so I don't die. But I usually don't get to play that long. That's really good if you start in sandbox at an older age, or like age 50. Now 200, you have Clean Infrastructure, which is plus 1 prosperity bonus from civilian projects and governed settlements, and plus 30% village recovery rate in villages bound to governed settlements. We have Physician of People, which is plus 1 loyalty per day in governed settlements, and plus 30% chance to recover from lethal wounds for Tier 1, Tier 2 troops. Governor, take Physician of People. Loyalty is great. But if you are the king, take Clean Infrastructure, since you will be able to offset your loyalty negatives, and it also gives you more recovery rate. Surgeon, only obviously Physician of People, so it's the only one. At 225, you have Cheat Death, which is cheat death due to old age ones, and plus minus 50% chance to die when you fall unconscious in battle. Really good if you do hardcore and start at the old age. But if you don't, Fortitude Tonic is really is better because it gives you plus 10 hit points to other heroes in the party, so they stay alive longer, and to you plus 5 hit points. At 250, I have Battle Harden, which is plus 25 experience to wounded units at the end of the battle, and minus 25% siege attrition loss in governed settlements. Or Helping Hands, plus 2% troop recovery rate for every 10 troops in your party, and minus 50% prosperity loss from starvation. For Governor, if you are starving a lot, take that, but otherwise I would take Battle Harden. And for myself, I would take Helping Hands. And at 275, you have Minister of Health, which is plus 1 hit point to troops for every 2 skill point above 200. It is massive if you take that, because your troops will be able to be a lot more tanky. Now, engineering. To level up engineering, you just build and operate siege engine speed in offensive or defensive. The best for myself, it is defensive. If you want to learn how to, do let me know down in the comments and I'll make a video. Probably still make it. Now, at level 25, you get scaffolds, which is plus 10% build speed to non-ranged siege engines and plus 3% shield hit points. Or you can take torsion engines, which is 10% speed build speed to ranged siege engines and plus 3 damage to equipped crossbows. I usually take torsion engines just so I can build siege equipment faster. My range, trebuchets, mangonels, excuse me, all that stuff, right? But if you have engineer and you're able to get scaffolds, do so. Now at level 50, you have dungeon architect. There's minus 25% chance of ranged siege engines getting hit while under bombardment, and minus 25% chance to prisoners and minus 25% escape chance to prisoners in dungeons of governed settlements. Or siege workshop. Plus 10% hit points to ranged siege engines, and plus 1 pre-built catapult to settlements when siege starts in governed settlements. Siege workshop is good for governor, but other than that, take dungeon architect. Because if your siege engines have 25% chance less of getting hit, that is massive. At 75, you have carpenters, which is plus 33% hit points to rams and siege towers, and plus 12 build speed to projects in governed settlements. Or you can take military planner, which is plus 50% ammunition to ranged troops when besieging, and plus 25 build speed for projects in governed castles. For engineer, take military planner so you have more ammo. But for governor, I would take carpenters, because I usually try to have towns, so the faster build, the better. Now at 100, you have dreadful besieger, which is plus 10 accuracy to siege engines during siege bombardments in governed settlements, and plus 5 crossbow damage by your troops for captain. Or you can take wall breaker, which is plus 25% damage to walls during siege bombardment, and plus 10% damage to dealt to shields by your troops. I take wall breaker because I usually go for walls, so if they break them down faster, that is huge, and be able to break enemy shields better. At 125, you have foreman, which is plus 10% mangonel and trebuchet accuracy during siege bombardment, and for governor, it is plus 100 prosperity when project is finished in governed settlements. Or you can take salvager, which is plus 20% accuracy to ballistas during siege bombardment, and governor is plus 0.1 siege engine build speed for increase for each militia. For both governor and engineer, take foreman. So your mangonels and trebuchets are more accurate, and if you get this early on in governor and you build a lot, getting 100 prosperity would be massive. So when you upgrade building from 0 to 3, you get 300 prosperity, and that's a lot. At 150, you can take siege engineer, which is plus 30% hit points to defensive siege engines and government settlements, and 5 versions of siege engines can be constructed. Or you can take stonecutter, which is plus 30% build speed for fortification, aqueducts, and barracks projects in government settlements, and 5 versions of siege engines can be constructed. Honestly, I would take stonecutters, just so I can get more fortification, aqueducts, and barracks done faster. Now at 175, you have battlements. 1+1 pre-built ballista when you set up a siege equipment or siege camp, and for governor, plus 100% or plus 100 maximum granary capacity in government settlements. Or camp building, minus 50% cohesion loss of army when besieging, and minus 20% casualty from siege bombardment. For myself and a engineer, camp building is huge. For governor, well, battlements is good only. I apologize. Now 200, you can take apprenticeship, which is plus 5 experience to troops when siege engine is built, and plus 1 prosperity for each unique project in governed settlement. Or you can take engineering guilds, plus 1 recruitment slot when recruiting from artisan nobles, and for governor, plus 25% of all hit points in governed settlements. Personally, I have yet to see an enemy sieging me break the walls, so apprenticeship is better. Now at 225, you can take improved tools, which is plus 20% siege camp preparation speed, and plus 5% melee damage by troops in your formation for captain. Or you can take Bannerlord. Looted items are less likely to get negative modifiers, and for captain, plus 5% armor to all to all equipped armor pieces of troops information. I would take Bannerlord game, at least for myself, just so I can get better pieces. I can get lordly pieces better and faster, and for captain, just so, more armor. At 250, you can take Architecture Commission, which is plus 25% reload speed to mangonels and trebuchets and siege bombardment. For governor, is plus 20 gold per day for continuous projects in governed settlements. Or you can take Clockwork, which is plus 25% reload speed to ballista during siege bombardments, and plus 20% effect from boosting projects in governed settlements. I'll take Architecture Commission just so my mangonels and trebuchet can destroy siege equipment faster, and extra gold per day is not bad. And at 275 you can get Masterwork, plus 1% damage for each engineer skill point above 250 for siege engines and siege bombardment. That's still the one you can take, so it's not bad. Well, I hope you learned some about stewardship and medicine and engineering, and I hope kind of helped you pick what you want to pick on those skill points. But with all that said, don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.